I've got someone I want you to meet. Here he comes now. Look at that broad shoulders and that thick neck, red beard. Isn't he a fool?
A fool, Eleanor! Well, he certainly looks better than... What did you say his name was?
Mom, this is Jeff, my fiancé.
Jeff? Then who is Noah? The boy we met yesterday said his name was Noah. And your dad left me with the impression that you were going to marry Noah.
Noah? That shirtless guy? Who? Did Daddy tell you I was marrying Noah?
Oh, yeah.
Haven't you figured out Daddy by now? Jeff, this is my mother.
I'm Jeff. It's a pleasure. I met your husband last summer.
Oh, shut up. Eleanor, honey, we need to talk, sweetheart. What is this that you're doing? Listen to your mother.
Now, son, that future mother-in-law of yours is a fire eater. Now, you're going to have to throw your hat in the ring and take her down a peg or two. She will be a bone of contention the rest of your life if you don't take the starch out now. You want to?
Excuse me, ma'am.
You are interrupting, young man. Now let me talk to my daughter.
Let me take care of this, Jeff.
I need it.
Mom, please take a seat. I know you're upset, and I know you don't understand, but won't you just try, for my sake, to work with us? You haven't even given Jeff a chance. You won't even talk to him.
I met his parents, Ellie. These people are uneducated.
Well, you're wrong. They may look like they aren't the sharpest tools in the shed, but they've got a lot more strings on their fiddles than you do.
Excuse me. Now you're starting to talk like them. What do you mean, fiddle strings? It is fiddlesticks, Eleanor. Fiddlesticks. At least get it right.
No, Mom. There's more here than meets the eye. When I was stranded on the side of the road a few summers ago, Jeff is the one who fixed my car. Jeff is the one building our house. Dad, he's doing the sheetrock, the wiring, the electric, all of it himself. He's got a lot of strings on his fiddle. He taught me how to eat persimmons and to spit watermelon seeds. It's a lot of fun. He taught me about cackleberries. Do you even know what cackleberries are?
That does not make him successful.
Oh, what does, Mom? Tell me, what makes a man successful? Jeff wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He doesn't know about the latest and greatest technology advances, but he can build a good foundation with the bricks people throw at him. By making mistakes, taking risks, he's learned to be his own judge, to set his own standard, and to create a future with me.
So, you're happy with a shade tree mechanic?
Well, he comes with a well-stocked toolbox, and he knows how to use it.
Ellie, that's why you're getting married to toolbox?
Mom, a toolbox is not a bad thing to have. Let me ask you this. In all your success, are you happy? Would you say you and Daddy have a successful marriage? Why then are you trying to discourage my happiness? I work next to Jeff every day. And at the end of the day, we are both so sweaty and dirty and tired, we can hardly stand. I held him when he was sick. Oh, Mom, I've laughed with him and I've cried with him. I love him. This is what success is, Mom. For better or for worse. I don't care about climbing corporate ladders or playing bridge with drink. I'm done.
Suzanne, or should I say, Mom?
Back up, you crazy little schmuck. Oh, come here. You know what? I'll give you $1,000 to call this wedding off right now.
Well, aren't you salty? You're kind of lowballing it though, aren't you? Try, say, 10,000. Suzanne, I'm kidding. I can see where Ellie gets her vinegar. Yep, the apple doesn't fall far from that tree.
Yep. No backwards boys talking to me like that.
Do you realize what a ruckus you're making? Near everybody here has an issue with you. Now, everyone needs to let off a little steam now and again, but there's no call for ping pong. Everybody here's family. And you know how that goes sometimes, getting in each other's business and saying things only family members say. So,
I am not family yet.
Suzanne, don't break the branches off the family tree before they're even grafted in. Especially if you want to see any fruit, you know what I'm saying?
Check.
Suzanne, I grew up around in these parts, and people here are poor good people. You know, when I married, we could barely make ends meet. My husband, Ivan, worked 2 jobs just to keep us going. He'd come home so late at night, too tired to even eat. Every day he worked to provide for us. He had 3 children. The first was Ivana, and she was born the year we got married. A couple years later, Anita Jo came along, and then we had Imogene shortly after that. You know, the very next year, Ivan was killed right here in town, right on the railroad tracks out here. I have 3 babies to raise, Suzanne.
Well, let me guess. I suppose you probably went on welfare.
Well, if it wasn't the widower next door, I would not have been too proud to accept help. Joseph Mann was a godsend. Hi, honey. He lost his wife early in their marriage, and I guess he was lonely. Anyway, he would bring me groceries, he would chop the wood, he would play with the children. He was a good man. He'd come over and play ball. Out here, it's good to have good neighbors like Joe.
Well, I have no idea who my neighbors are.
I can't even imagine that. Look, just about everyone out here is neighbor or kin. Why, there's the McClures, 4 generations. Yeah, sitting right there laughing. And, oh my gosh, Uncle Ned and Aunt Bertha. Hi. Oh, Earl, there's Earl. He's the school bus driver. Did you know that if a child got sick on his bus or had to use the bathroom, he would stop at the nearest house, and that child could use the facilities, he'd be welcome, no questions asked.
Ew.
I bet you couldn't do that in New York. Not in New York. Look, there's Betty Lou. Betty Lou. Oh, She can't get her to do anything. Always has an excuse. I think she needs a bottle of Geritol or maybe some good old X-Lax. Oh, and look, Noah. There's Noah.
Oh, yes, I've met Noah. My husband convinced me that he was the groom. Wasn't that funny?
There's a lot of good folks out here, Suzanne. Just look at all of them who gathered for this shindig. This, Suzanne, is what Ellie's getting. Ellie might not have the luxuries that she would have in New York, but she still have people here that would love her, provide for her, protect her.
Well, how long have you been married?
Well, about 3 years. Yeah, Joe would always come and stay for dinner, and we'd sit on the porch just listen to the whippoorwills. And, boy, one night he proposed. I'll tell you what, I thought long and hard about that one. Almost turned him down. But I did marry him, and I have been so thankful ever since. That's the thing I ever did. Suzanne, most people never get a chance for true love. But I was blessed. I've had 2 chances. That daughter of yours, oh my gosh, she picked a mighty good man. And he's going to make you a proud mother-in-law.
Well, tell me, Olga, what made you hesitate to marry such a man?
Do you not like my name?
Well, I don't know. That's just how we talk.
Well, Joe wanted to adopt my girls. Said we needed to be a family.
Well, that was so gracious of him to raise someone else's children and give them his last name.
Yes, exactly. His last name. Look, there's my girls now. Look, first one. That's Ivana Man.
Ivana Man.
Yes. And there's Anita Man.
Seriously?
And then I'm a man.
I need a drink. Oh. Ellie! Oh! Of all
You doing okay? I took a tour of your new house today. Coming along pretty good. Building your own house can be a challenge. Takes a lot of ingenuity and a whole lot of patience. But you're doing awesome on it. How's Ellie holding up?
Well, the house ain't finished by a long shot. But Ellie and I, we're going to rough it. We're moving in for our honeymoon. We'll have running water and electric in a few weeks. I mean, just look at her, Walter. When I first met her, she didn't know diddly squat about life outside of New York. Now she's working alongside me every day in the heat. She don't mind the dirt and the sweat anymore, but let me tell you, by evening, she can get a little grouchy. She's a bit like her mama. High-spirited, got a little kick to her.
No, nor do I know. Try living in the same house with both of them. You get derailed at any moment. Constant turbulence.
You won't get any sympathy from me, Walter. I hear you've got a devious side. And you trained Ellie to be the same way. My gosh, you gotta keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Cover yourself with both hands. It's like trench warfare out there. Well, looky there. That ain't a sight.
Mom, you look adorable. I've got to get a picture.
Absolutely not.
Mom, relax. The clothes don't make a person. Everyone, this is my mom and dad from New York. Mom, this is Mr. Bartholomew Tubbs. He's the justice of the peace.
Ellie, I need you in the house for a moment. I'll be right back.
Howdy. Just call me Tubbs. Only my wife. She calls me Bass. I hear you make quite a little stir around here. I want to congratulate you on having a fine son-in-law.
Well, yeah. So I guess you're going to perform the wedding.
Why, yes. You know, you couldn't find a better boy for your man to marry, for your daughter to marry. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy. You know, he's holding up pretty good, meeting at his in-laws. It can get kind of weird. You know, a little awkward.
Awkward is not even the half of it.
Suzanne, let me tell you something about your new son-in-law. This boy has pulled himself up by the bootstraps. Ain't no one got any kind of anything that he doesn't work for himself. In fact, he and Ellie, they swatted money to surprise you.
You don't think they have surprised me enough already? What could they possibly have up their sleeve?
Well, I'm guessing they didn't tell you. I probably shouldn't say anything. Nah, well, Martha Jane will be over here. They're going to back in New York for a formal reception with tuxedos and everything.
Seriously? Oh, and I guess all of you are coming, I suspect, right? Oh, surely not.
Surprise! Mom, I know you have to leave early, so we decided to fast forward the wedding for your convenience. Dad, come over here, sit next to Mom, take some pictures.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Walter, did you know about this? It's just looking me up forever with more lights and overalls. Every picture will include me in it, I'm sure. Anyways, it just makes me mad. She has no right to, Walter! She has no right to do this.
Look, Suzanne. Ellie isn't wearing any shoes. Makes you wonder what else she isn't wearing. Well, just put on a good front, Suzanne. You're so good
Seriously, did you know about this? Because they're planning on going to New York to do a wedding reception. New York!
Well, that's wonderful, Suzanne. It's everything you ever wanted.
Think about this, Walter. All those little hoodoo ones are gonna be in our backyard. Can you imagine what a fiasco this could be? Oh, do you know what we could be subject to? Oh, it will be worse. It'll be worse than sitting on a bell and hanging a pair of overalls in the backyard. We need to stop this right now. Now!
Well, I believe everyone's here. Jeff and Ellie, can you come up here? Let's get you guys hitched. Where are the bridesmaids?
Oh, they had to leave. The cows got out again.
Yeah, well, they need to hire a better cattle guard.
So, I guess we'll carry on. Does anyone have any reason Jeff and Ellie should not be married?
Oh, over here. Mom.
Come again?
I think what Suzanne and I are trying to say is marriage is a contract. Love is not the whole thing. Jeff, there's going to be days when you don't feel like being a husband. Marriage is a deliberate choice, which means you may sometimes bear betrayal. It means getting up after a night of grief and despair and still doing what needs to be done in order to feed the kids and pay the bills. It means to stand in the fire with your wife or without her in order to be true to yourself and to her. Are you willing to do that for our daughter?
Yes, sir. I will give my life to her if it calls for it.
Then we give you our blessing.
Thank you.
Jeff, would you like to give your vows?
Ellie, from the minute I saw you on the side of the road, I loved you. You surprise me, distract me, captivate me, frustrate me, challenge me, and knock me dead in that beautiful white dress of yours. Now I promise I will try to remember to wash my hands before I come home with all the oil and nastiness, and not try to touch your face or the walls or anything therein. And I promise to try to tone it down about my talk of auto mechanics and things of that stuff that I know you don't care about. Because the truth is, I feel so blessed to be chosen in marriage to you. I'll love you even when you get the crummies, and when you're fit, and in fruitfulness and in famine. And I will cherish you all my life.
Special pocket. Jeff, I, Ellie, promise to learn how to cook and to change a tire. And at least pretend to show interest in horsepower engines and custom modifications, even if I have no idea what you're talking about. I love you for never being afraid to be silly with me. I love your funny little songs, but most of all, I love the privilege of being your wife. To have and to scold, till death do us part.
By the powers vested by the state of Missouri, I pronounce you tied in knots. Let me present Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Count. Everyone gather and let's eat.
gals, don't tell her have a good time. No. Give her $100 and tell her you're only behind her $100 worth. That way, you're not only generous, but you're honest.
Kids, let me give you a bit of motherly advice. You'll learn that sexiness wears thin after a while and beauty fades. Being married to somebody who makes you laugh every day is a joy. Learn to laugh and love each other.
Ellie, you learn that kisses aren't contracts, presents aren't promises. If you can accept defeat with your head up and your eyes open with the grace of a woman and not the grief of a child, and if you can find contentment within yourself, then you'll be that helpmate and the inspiration that your husband needs. Congratulations.
Ellie? Honey, you're no longer a child. Don't fill your life up with chores, honey, and financial strife. These are, I think Dad and I have done. Because once you get into that rut, you will become an old biddy just like your mother. These are, Do you think that if your mother-in-law would give you the recipe for these oysters are the bomb?
Oh, Mom. They're testicles.
What? Hey, what? I thought you said they were oysters. These are not oysters.
They're all mountain oysters. It's a delicacy in our neck of the woods.
You people are sick.
You like them.
All right, get out of my way. All right, I need you guys back up here. We're gonna make a toast. Love, it's a dance. Takes harmony and balance, swaying and precision, and lots of grace. And sometimes we might step on one of those toes, but oh well. Let's celebrate Ellie and Jess' first dance together as a man and wife.
Wow, they really look a lot like us when we first began.
Yes, life has all kinds of possibilities.
Oh, it did for us too. Then I had to drop out of college, and well, you had to take night classes. Oh, what will become of us now, Walter? Ellie, she was our biggest trial, and yet our biggest joy. She is the one who's kept us together, and why now she's married.
Ellie has chosen her prospects. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like ours. A chronically stressful and volatile nightmare, full of empty conventions, and it's reduced our lives to an absolute futile existence.
Ellie was our happiness.
I knew it wasn't me. Not once have you appreciated anything I've done for you.
Well, we brought a child into the world. We both struggled. I've not just been sitting on the sideline. I'm tired of the struggle, Walter, and I want to be free. I want to be free of it.
What? Tell me, Suzanne. Do you even know? And what about me? Have you ever thought about what I might want? Do you ever think that maybe I have reservations?
What would those reservations be, Walter?
I made my vow, Suzanne. If you can't accept that, if freedom is what you want, then go.
Well, wait.
Be free.
Wait, Walter. I didn't say I was leaving. I guess what I'm trying to say is, well, we just need to start over.
A do-over?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
We are not.
No.
No way.
Oh.
No do-overs.
So, are we calling it quits?
You're the one selling out. You know why? while you have blamed me and shamed me. You've insulted and berated me. Every day I've walked on eggshells, censoring your thoughts and monitoring your behavior in order to maintain peace. What part of that do you want to live over again? You're a self-centered woman, Suzanne. You think only of yourself. The truth is, I've been slammed against a rock once too often, and now I'm not even sure the rules of our marriage apply anymore. What I'm able to offer you is change, Suzanne.
Well, what are you offering?
That depends on what you have to offer.
Huh?
Do you have anything to offer? Would you consider forging a new dream?
Well, Walter, what are you saying? We worked a long time for our position in life, and do you want to just throw it away?
I want away from the nightmare we've been living.
Away from New York? Oh, surely you're not thinking of moving down here.
I didn't say anything about moving. I'm asking if you're willing to leave behind old demons and torments and try to find a life that we can both be happy with.
What kind of life would that be?
I'm playing the music for you, Suzanne. You need to dance. At least try.
What? Wait, dance? No, I just need to sit this one out. Oh.
Let me have this dance, Suzanne. I'll take the lead.
Oh, but Walter, I don't know how to dance. I said you have to teach me to dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Dakota Hansen as Tubbs. Carrolyn Bolin as Olga. Carrolyn Bolin also is the director of this play. Don O'Neill as Gussie. Stephen Peterson as Jake. Bob Robinson as Walter. Michelle Peterson as Suzanne. Scott Wisdom as Noah. Scott Wisdom also played the part of Jeff. Destiny Wisdom as Ellie.
And last but absolutely not least, Mary Hudson. Who does everything for us. This theater would not run without Mary. Or any of us. And actually, a very important part of this theater is you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this was the last night of the play. Next Saturday night, we have our last show of the season. It will be Dave Para and Kathy Barton. They're musicians. They play several instruments, sing all different types of songs, and always have a good, they draw a good crowd. So come back to the last show. Now, in 2 years, we have our 100th anniversary of this building. So help us plan a party. Take part. Be here. Along with your guests, other guests. Okay, thank you so much. Please be safe going home. Oh. Did you guess the secret from Peter Patch? I know. Ozark mountain oysters, they call them breaded mushrooms, but what do they know? So, we want to thank them for donating that each night this serving. And believe me, by the end of the night, even though they're cold, they're all gone, so those oysters must be good. Thank you, be safe. Remember, the speed limit in Newburg is only 75. Huh?
25.
Yeah, that number they said. So don't go 26. 1 mile over, they will get you. It's happened to us. So, thank you, be safe, and come back. We love you. Thanks.